crackers, what's happening? See if I can position you guys a little bit better here. I don't really think I need the flash on, do I? Yeah, maybe I do. If I can lighten it up a little bit, because it kind of seems like the camera's not really picking up too well. I'm gonna take apart Kenny's Technics deck and see exactly what it needs. So they're easy to take apart. This is a slide-out chassis. So there's 2 screws on the back. Get these out quick. I can almost guarantee you the feet are dry rotted on it. Playing focus. I don't have my sidekick here today to tell me if it's in focus or not. Be like, no, it's not out of focus, but the unit's not all in the picture. Probably just put it down, make it easier. I'm trying not to scratch the table up too bad, so see if you guys can still see it. Yep. All right, we're good. It's much easier to work on like this. These are not hard to take apart. I'm pretty confident anybody could do it. I think I got it to change tracks, but I still didn't get it to actually play a tape. So I'm thinking it's going to be dry rotted feet like my, for the, how do they call it? For the rubber grommets for the motor. That's what I'm thinking it's going to be. Mechanically, these decks aren't too bad to work on. Electrically, they're a little bit of a nightmare, but then again, I am not a technician by any means. I'm just a collector and an enthusiast. I actually have a tech that does all my actual work for me. Pretty decent at the cosmetics, though, and mechanical stuff. Oh, the belt's off. Alright, so our belt's completely off. Is our belt any good? Well, it's not turned to tar. It's definitely worn and needs replaced. Oh yeah, it doesn't even sit on there. Look how bad how whacked that belt is. You see that? I'll zoom these in here. Oop. Or maybe I won't. Probably have to take these off the tripod for a minute. Look at that, so the belt's on. Actually, no, it's not anymore. It fell off on its own. Yeah, the belt's so stretched out and out of shape that it won't even sit on the freaking flywheel no more. See that? Yeah, it's done. I'm gonna try it one more time to see if I can get it on there. I'm doing it one-handed too, so that's really not helping. It's extremely difficult, actually. Alright, so we got it. It'll sit on, but yeah, if you look at the motor, yeah, it's the grommets. Alright, these grommets are done. Wonder how that happens. My Techniques I had back in the day didn't have that problem, but all the ones I got recently did. Unless over the last 10 years they just all started, they hit their life expectancy in the last 10 years maybe. I don't know, or maybe they weren't stored properly. But one thing I did notice, KB, this unit is clean. Really clean. I can get you a new belt over at the Moyers Electronics in Pottsville. This belt shot, it actually did sit on, it does sit on there now. Especially if you push this back, but so that was your main problem. But yeah, you can get these feet over, rubber grommet feet over a Lowe's. In fact, I'm gonna check downstairs to see if I have any in stock. It's real. The slide out chassis part's real easy. It's 4 screws. Once you get, I mean, this kind of screwed me for probably an hour till I figured it out the first time. But it's one of those things where every time you have to do this after that, you're always going to remember it now. And what this will do is this will allow this deck to slide right out of that case, which you need to do because I need to put get you new wood panels for it, because that looks like hot asshole the way it is now. Now let's put all these parts in a Ziploc bag for you. Your faceplate's going to need to go in the hot bath of Dawn soap water. And this is a rare blue VU meter version too, which will go good with your Marantz. 4230 that you're hooking it up to. If I could find a replacement LED for it, I'd change them out, but like I said, they're working for now, so I honestly really wouldn't worry about it too much. Let me put you back on the tripod for a minute and fix the so we're not going to finish it tonight because it needs parts, but I'll at least give you guys a good idea on how these decks come apart. So I got that taken care of. We're going to pull up on, no, maybe not. These parts are a little bit of a pain in the ass, but that should pop. It should, but it's not gonna. There you go, and it slides out of that case just like that. Oh, yeah. I'll show you the little cheat I have. It's not a test tape per se, but I use it as one. It's in a Kai. Oh, look at that. That ate somebody's tape at one point. See that? Oh yeah, a couple pieces in here. Probably a Q8 too, I'm sure. That sucks. People, you have to check the freaking splice. I just had a tape just today that I got that it said that the splice was changed, but I got to this freaking track foil splice on it, and I always pull them out, and good thing I did, because the Kai actually caught it and started pulling it in the machine, so I would have had a ruined $80 cartridge for nothing. Alright. So if you look, you're going to notice it has this little, I want to scratch the table, the wife will freaking kill me. You can see it. Yeah, we're in focus. It has this little plug right here that goes over to this side here, obviously. That's to do your head alignment without taking the unit out of the case. Now I usually do take them out just because I feel like it makes life a little bit easier. So I'm going to see if it'll actually let me play a tape in here now. I just want to make sure, basically what I'm trying to do, I'm not going to listen to it, I'm just trying to make sure that all the channels work. And to do that, now these belts are still working yet for the counters. And the counter actually still works, no shit. Yeah, usually those are pretty seized up by now. Oh, it's working for now. I guarantee the speed's wrong though. Let's sort of back up this way. Two channel and 4 channel. Yeah, we're working. I don't see any movement in the rear right though. Oh yeah, I do. Okay, it's moving. Yeah, it's moving. It's just a little bit lower in that one. There might not. This Deodato is a very discrete mix, so there might not be anything mixed in at that point. Awesome album, by the way. It's available on the Dutton Vicalian Super Audio CDs in Quadraphonic for like 19 bucks, up brand new. Highly recommended. Me and the tape costs like 3 times that. Let's try a different tape to see if there's more mixed into the rear right. It's possible that heads need a good cleaning or demagnetized, or maybe somebody was fiddle fucking the potentiometers in there and has it all messed up. Now the Technics take a couple seconds to boost your volume up. Okay, the rear right. Oh no, there it is. Yeah, we're good. Yeah, we got some movement now. Oh yeah, we're good. I wouldn't even mess with it until you listen to it. Let's get it working mechanically first, and then we'll worry about all that. Yeah, I don't know what's causing that to happen. That's got to get fixed though. You know what else it could be? It could also be the cord switch getting dirty. Or even a potentiometer here. I definitely feel like judging by the meters, that the rear right's a little bit weaker. Now you got some good stuff going on here in the rear left. Oh, there we go. Now we got it. Yeah, it's a record slider for sure. So all 4 channels on it work, dude. That's the main thing. Electronically, just needs a little bit of deoxit, most likely. Work the buttons a little bit. I know in my deck, the channel selector switch up here was actually the culprit. Figure out what's going on here while your display is real cloudy, but I'm pretty confident that's going to be just something stupid. That here, I'm not sure what's causing that to happen. I don't know what's up with that. That looks like somebody was really in here messing around. I'm gonna put it in 2-channel mode and see if we can. What the hell is going on? So we're on channel what, 2, 3, 4. I think this is looks like it's just real stiff down here. This ain't pushing up, but oh, there you go. Yeah, I don't know. I gotta look at one of the other ones and see what's going on here before I start messing with it. I'm sure it's something really simple. I have mine labeled as what all these potentiometers are for. I know the record levels and the playback levels are back here in the back, hiding, tucked in right down there. I forget what one's which though. Mine's labeled. This one's obviously not because I haven't had it apart yet. I just want to make sure that your unit wasn't anything major. This one's a DC motor version. Wait, this thing is really clean though, man. Check it out. I mean, really is. I'll get your faceplate cleaned up for you and everything. How's your heads look? No worse than usual. There's a little build-up on them, but nothing crazy. They could use a good cleaning. Capstan actually looks like it's in pretty decent shape, but again, definitely needs a good cleaning. I'll go through it, deoxidate all your switches for you. Meanwhile, we'll get the faceplate off. I want to get that soaked in. Put all your hardware in a safe place for now, because you know how quick that could turn into a freaking nightmare. Now, I'm pretty sure I just had a pretty easy time getting this off on mine. I'd be lying to you if I told you I remember what I did though. I think it's just these 5 screws here on top. They're countersunken in. I think there's a couple on the bottom too. It's got a few dings right here, but nothing crazy. It's 50 years old. It's probably been through hell and back, I'm sure. Probably hasn't been cleaned or maintained since it was new. No one took care of 8-track players. Then everybody likes to bash them and talk about how shitty they are, but in all honesty, it's amazing. They probably shouldn't work at all. Most of them. How they were freaking treated. Still in focus. Yep. You got 3, so you got 5 on top, 3 on the bottom here. I have a belt kit, like a pack of miscellaneous belts that I use for the timers. But I'll have to get a nice flat belt for the capstan. Because that belt, there's no way that's keeping an accurate speed. That's probably got wow and flutter out the ass, especially with the rubber grommet feet for the motor being dry rotted. Or turning the goo, I should say. So yeah, that's it. Not too hard. There's that. Get that up, shined up. Can you see it? Should make a custom graphic for right there. That'd be cool. That's it. Not too difficult. I want to figure out what's wrong with your display here though. I don't know why it's kind of sitting there all cattywampus. Yeah, this thing here is just dry rotted, I think. Or not dry rotted, just dry. And yeah, it is. The grease is all dried up. I think after a good lubrication, it'll probably be fine. Cool. All right. That's as far as we're gonna get for now, guys. Like I said, there's nothing really to this faceplate. Put it in scalding hot water in the sink and put some Dawn dish soap on it. Put the knobs in there with it. And any of these other parts that you can get off. I know this comes off. I had a hard time with it on mine, so I think I just did it in place actually. But yeah, lube this up a little bit. Your counter, although this one here is as you can see, it is working. But yeah, County, you got a hell of a nice machine here. Give me a couple hours of work on it, get her spruced up. I'm pretty confident I can have her at 100% for you. While I'm doing that, I'm gonna freaking go down and get the deoxit quick. And get that done in the meantime. So what we're gonna do now is kind of really. I work on multi-million-dollar presses for a living. I can do that no problem, but sometimes I get my ass kicked by a can of freaking deoxit. Ain't that something? That right in the cracks here. I mean, you can get away with tilting it up and going through the shafts of the knob, but that's not the right way of doing it. You get it, you want to do that, you might as well do it right and get it in the actual switch. By half-assing it, you're really only screwing yourself over. Or whoever's equipment you're trying to work on. Now, admittedly, I sometimes go a little, oh shit, overboard with the deoxit, but you don't have to go as overboard with it as I do. This is honestly helping me keep my mind off of things right now anyway, so glad I got a little project to do. You gotta be very careful when doing this. It's very easy to break something. Do not use excessive force. Use a screwdriver to guide it, if anything. If you don't want to go, sometimes your best bet's to just let it alone and clean it in place. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna win that battle right now. Work your switches. Very important. This one here should soak in there pretty good. Like I said, this is the one that gave me a hard time on mine. I can't tell if that's actually getting in or not. Sometimes you're at the mercy of this genius who designed the switch. Sometimes you have to dump it in there like that too. But I'm not confident that was getting in there too good. That's just your track changer. Yeah, your program selector. That, like I said, that got me for a while. I was in there for a few hours trying to figure out what my channels were cutting out. That turned out to be the culprit. and work it in and out a few times. Obviously, your recording levers are notorious. That's on not just on this deck, but any tape deck, whether it be a cassette, 8-track, probably reel-to-reels too. I'm sure they have that same type of actuator. Sometimes they get all filled up with crud and shit over the years. Well, this deck does honestly look really clean inside. I'm actually impressed. Again, I did go a little bit overboard with the deoxit, but so what? Your record button is going to be right here. Oop. Ow, that's hard to press in without that freaking button, man. So all I'm doing is deactivating the recording mechanism manually, because it likes to lock itself in. Alright, and this here is the, what's that? Continuous play or pan eject. I'll throw some deoxit in that switch here quick. Its potentiometer's up just very quickly with it. I'm not going to go too crazy. And I'm only doing the play and record levels too. Not going overboard on that. Yeah, this stuff gives me a freaking headache, man. There's no way I'd be able to confidently mess around in here. I'd rather just pay somebody that, like I said, my buddy Zach does all my recaps for me. I just go in and look at it, you know, the basics, and yeah. All right. There you go. All right. So that's ready to soak for a few days. I'm just going to work all the buttons back and forth, maybe do the recording levers one more time. But other than that, I mean, I really got it as good as it's going to get. These are, deoxit's a lubricator too, so these are all turning very nice and smooth now. As you can see, maybe here. Still in focus, yep. Good. What I'm really worried about is this freaking, this. I can even get it out of there, can I? Yeah, okay. Good, it's coming. I've never had one of these apart yet on any of the ones I've fucked with. Oh, cool. Interesting. I'm not sure how you get it apart, but to clean it, I'm sure I'll figure it out. Interesting. Oh, come on, man. This now is gonna fight me. Of course, why wouldn't it? There we go. Got it. Oop. All right. Well, I know I said it already, but now I mean it. This is as far as we're gonna get. I'm gonna put this in the sink for a couple hours while I'm doing some other odds and ends around the house for now. Yeah. That's all she wrote, guys. Peace out. Catch you next time. Kenny, got a hell of a machine here. Yours needs a lot less work, so it seems so far than mine did. So I'm confident I can have this running for you perfectly when I give it to you.